Welcome back, Panther fans. My name is Cecil Hannibal, and here with me today is the world's greatest co-host. She's normally behind the scenes, but today she's making her on-camera debut. Kayla Claxton, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little nervous, but my mom always told me to never let them see you sweat.
Like Black Panther said, I never freeze.
We never freeze.
And I may not be sweating, but I'm crying because it's the first week of April and March Madness is over.
Don't fret your pretty little heart, Cecil, because we still have softball, baseball, and golf.
You know, I'm a hooper, Kayla, and I can't let it go.
You have to. It's over.
But for Georgia State's star basketball player DeMarcus Simons, he isn't quite ready to let his college career go either. The Sun Belt Player of the Year has officially announced that he will not declare for the draft, and he will be back for his junior season.
Well, that's great news for Georgia State athletics, and I think the team could really make some noise next season. Speaking of next year, coming up we have the first look at the new assistant coach for men's soccer. But more importantly, Cecil, we have a new school record over in softball land.
Wow, softball land.
You never heard of it?
I've actually never heard of it. I've never been there, never heard of it. But if they're breaking records, then maybe I should take a visit.
Yeah.
But we're honestly getting ahead of ourselves because we have our own Primetime Sports correspondent debut. Reporter Moya Leong is out with the baseball team to update us on their tough streak of games this past week.
The Georgia State baseball team traveled to Troy last week to compete in the Sun Belt Series. However, the first game was canceled due to inclement weather, with the teams tied at 3-3. In the continuation of this game, Troy scored 11 points in the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning, defeating Georgia State 14-4. Our Panthers bounced back in the second game, defeating Troy 5-2. Unfortunately, our Panthers fell at Troy 8-3 as the Trojans won the Sun Belt Series. Tonight at 6, the baseball team will begin their series against Arkansas State here at the Georgia State Baseball Complex. They look forward to playing tonight and this weekend. Good luck to our Panthers. For Primetime Sports, I'm Moya Leong.
Thanks, Moya, and congrats on your primetime debut. Even though the baseball team is having a little rough patch, the Lady Panthers softball team defeated Mercer last week, and you guys know I'm all for the girl power. We have one Panther who's etched her name in Georgia State history, and reporter Jasmine Presley has more on the details.
Can you imagine this ball being thrown at 70 miles per hour? Well, one Georgia State Panther doesn't see it as an issue because tonight she has broken school records. Here's what she has to say about this big accomplishment. I'm Jasmine Presley, joined here with the Lady Panther, who has been breaking records since her freshman debut in 2014. Ivy, can you show me that signature form that you use to break those records?
Yeah, so basically I start off with just a deep breath, kind of calm myself down. Next, take my right foot, put it in the back corner of the box, kind of keep my left foot out of the box just so I can load. Got my hands by my ears and I'm just kind of wiggling them, just trying to keep some motion in it.
Okay, so look at my form.
Switch your feet. There you go.
How does that?
We'll work on it.
We'll work on it? Okay. Well, I'll leave that to you. But congratulations on getting your 60 home runs of the season. How does it feel?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's, you know, I don't look at stats, so I really just get in the box and, you know, try to perform for my team. But yeah, just let loose, have fun, just play the game. We've been playing it for our whole lives and just go out here and do the same thing.
Okay, so are you looking forward to this weekend?
Oh, absolutely. You know, playing Lafayette is, you know, such a big deal. They're a great team. It's a great opportunity for us to get, hopefully 2, but want to get 3 wins, so.
Okay. And congratulations again, Sun Belt Player of the Week. Girl, you are doing great this season. High five. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jazz. And Cecil, you know I love seeing my girl Ivy Drake hit those home runs.
Ivy, I know you're watching this, and I need those same lessons you gave Jasmine. I think it's time to test out my batting skills.
Yeah, no. We're going to leave that to the professionals before you wreck all my equipment. Thank you.
You just want to burst my bubble, and that's okay. I'll leave it to the professionals for this next sport because I'm terrible at golf. The women's golf team competed in the Charleston Invitational, and they didn't have the results they were looking for. Primetime Sports correspondent Jada Coggins has the scoop.
Thanks, guys. Last week we talked about the rocky season that the Panthers had this fall. They were finishing in the lower half of each tournament. The spring began to look up for them as 2 weeks ago in South Alabama, they finished 2nd out of 10. They came back home and had the home course advantage, and they finished 6 out of 17 overall. This past week, unfortunately, they traveled to Charleston, South Carolina and finished 12th out of 17 teams. Last week when I talked to Coach Gant, she said the main thing that they wanted to do was focus on individuals and making each other better to build up as one. The girls have a 2-week break to rest up and regroup for the conference tournament in Miramar, Florida. For Primetime Sports, I'm Jada Coggins.
Ladies, I wish you all the best of luck in the Sun Belt tournament. We have faith that you will rise up and bring back the championship. But on another note, can I keep it real for a second? And I mean really real, like really real. GSU's men's soccer has been on a steady decline since they made it to the Sun Belt Championship in 2016. The team has a great regular season and they give us so much hope, but then our championship aspirations are stripped away. And get this, we lose to Coastal Carolina every year. We're honestly like the Toronto Raptors of this Sun Belt soccer. And before you think I'm being overdramatic, GSU's athletics must agree because they've hired a new assistant coach. Ricky Davis, originally from England, was coaching a Division II school in South Carolina, but now he's on staff at GSU. And he says he's already made the adjustment.
I had a decent grasp. I knew the old assistant coach, Jamie, very well. So I talked with Jamie a little bit about how everything was, how things worked, how good the team was, and kind of how the boys worked and how their attitudes were towards everything. So I kind of had a little inkling that things were going to be good, but overall I didn't know much about the school and I haven't really spent a lot of time in Atlanta, so that's going to be a fun part of moving here. It's been 2 weeks, just getting used to everything and the way things are done, but it's been great. Everyone's been very welcoming and I'm excited to get started. Yes, yeah, so met the team, met the boys, we've been training, so it's been a good time so far. And obviously it's a fantastic school, fantastic soccer program, so it was kind of, when it came up and the opportunity presented itself, it was a no-brainer for me, so I'm glad I'm here.
Hopefully Coach Davey can help the Panthers get over that playoff hump next season. And in case you want to stay up to date on all things GSU sports, follow us on Twitter at Primetime Sportz with a Z.
Yeah, I'm not on there, so you won't find me. But that's all we have for this week. Make sure you stay tuned for next Friday's show, and it's the final show of the season. And Cecil, it may be my first and last one this time, but you know I'll be back.
I already know.
All right, we'll catch you here next week. You guys take care.
See you guys next time.